So I just wanted to quickly mention over the fact that if you look at a person who makes decisions regarding reasons that they've built, and you were to look at the choice they made, and then you underline, you uncover the reasons that motivated this individual to make that choice, what you understand is the fact that a person who makes a choice will always have something propelling them to fulfill that decision. Now, more often than not, the reasons that we produce are the actual reasons why we do what we do. So it's not based off of always, it's not always the fact that the condition of our situation propels us to make the decision. More often than not, we are driven to the reasons we placed in the condition, which then propelled our decision. For example, a person who is, let's say, looking at the fact that they have this desire to start a business, right? But at the same time, they are afraid that the business will fail. Because of their condition of experiencing fear and knowing that they want to start the business, what they can do is actually give reason to the fear over the fact that, well, I'm too scared, I think I should wait until I am more comfortable and then I'll take action. Then the decision is not to start the business. Then you get another person, same situation, has a desire to start a business. They feel the fear. They may tell themselves, you know what? I've understood that this is something I've always wanted, and me experiencing this fear is just allowing me to remember that I'm actually doing something significant. If I wasn't feeling afraid, then this wouldn't be something very important in my life that I'm actually doing. I am proud to understand that I am making a move that is actually allowing my body to react this way. I'm excited. This is something I've always wanted to do. I am willing to actually go through this experience. I cannot wait to start. Now, that's the reason. They cannot wait to unleash this idea and bring it to reality, and they know that this fear is a driving force to them. Now, it's the same condition, but different reason. Now, what I want to do quickly is allow you to see different kinds of reasons and what the implication to that reason actually has to the outcome of your life, right? Think about a table, right? A table split into two columns, right? On column number one are all the reasons why you shouldn't do something, valid and true. Column number two are all the reasons why you should do something, valid and true. Why you shouldn't do something. There's a lot of failure in what you're trying to do. The percentage of success is very low. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people who've actually gone through this pursuit and found themselves more often than not no longer having freedom in actually doing the things that they love. They have to sacrifice a lot, and it compromises their own conditions and those that they love because of the compromise of their financial security gets placed when they pursue this idea. Number three, conditions always change. Today will be ripe, will be opportune, things will go all great, and then next time the conditions might change. You'll find that it's not easy to be able to continue gaining that level of momentum, that level of success. So you find yourself that it doesn't even have that level of consistency as much as you would hope it to have, right? And then the list continues, right? And besides, I haven't even done something like this before. I don't have much experience. And quite frankly, I don't know a lot of people around me who are doing what I'm trying to do or have achieved significant success. I know a couple of people, but it's like kind of, they're passing by. You know, it's almost like they're not really deep into the level of success that I would like to have. It's almost like extra... it's what they do with the extra time, or it's almost like it's not enough for me to get convinced to want to try. So I don't want to put that level of risk when I can't even see the reality around the people, within the people around me, and I don't even have much experience. It wouldn't be feasible for me to take this decision and put myself in that level of compromise. True, valid, and even the background I come from, right? I've had this health conditions, right? I have a higher risk of actually putting myself in jeopardy doing this. And also, in my history, I have a higher chance of actually being able. It's proven that 10%, right? Or it's proven that 9 out of 10 individuals who make these, and then you get the statistics. Look, everything that you are saying, the research that you are compiling, every single reason is true of why you shouldn't do something. Second column, at the end of the day, every single decision that I don't take, I don't get to experience the actual memories of. I don't get to experience what kind of potential I could have been able to unleash during that entire journey. I know that I'm actually starting out without knowing enough, but I have the privilege of gaining the lessons that will allow me to improve, and I will grow as a being through the failures, through the successes, through the challenges. It will challenge my actual capacity. It will unleash my growth from comfort into discomfort and allow me to expand the zone of comfort and allow me to expand my growth because I'm continuously learning. And also, I don't know what actually could happen. I have no idea how much growth I can actually experience, and it will be such a great pleasure to be able to allow myself to have the capacity to change not just my life but those around me that I care about. This is giving the potential of betterment of the future of myself and those around me. And I've seen from the list, from the research, that a lot of people who've actually gone through this, they've allowed themselves to actually grow in multiple areas. Some people have taken the lessons from this experience and it's helped them in relationships. It helped them to learn new skills a whole lot better. It built their discipline. And it's a lot of individuals who've taken this, 9 out of 10 of them have proven, listen, it is a list, research, reasons, valid and true why you should do something. Right? Now, take these two columns, and I want you to understand that the decision to avoid the failure is a decision to avoid success. So, with this individual following this column of reasons why you shouldn't, valid and true, you then don't do it because you avoid it. Correct? It's to avoid all of these unwanted stuff. You avoid it. But understand that a person who makes a decision to avoid the failure doesn't experience the failure. They succeed in not experiencing the failure. But they fail by default in experiencing whatever potential of success they might have actually experienced. They fail by default in whatever growth they might have experienced. They fail by default in whatever betterment could have lied through the entire journey, failure or success, whatever growth that could have experienced, which could have applied in other areas in their life. This journey of failure built your character in the next pursuit. You don't get that. It is failure by default when you make a decision to avoid. You avoid your growth, you avoid your success, you avoid the potential, you avoid all the positive just as much as you avoid the negative. Repeat this behavior and it allows you to continue that actual success of avoiding the negative but never getting the positive. Now, tap into the second column. This person exposes themselves to failure But guess what they'd also do? They expose themselves to success. There's possibility of this person going through multiple negatives, but there's also possibility of this person going through multiple levels of success. The individual who allows the possibility of actually going through all these challenges, going through all these struggles, having to go through that level of compromise, these negatives are what they get exposed to. But they also get exposed because they are allowing that possibility to exist through taking action by reasons of why they should. They allow the possibility of betterment in their life, in those around them, the actual level of growth, which can actually multiply in other areas, in their relationships and other pursuits. It actually allows them to get the betterment of success. It allows them to get the growth. It allows them to get the opportunities. It allows success to actually exist. It allows that possibility to be there, and everything positive they gain when they take action through reasons why they should. Now, understanding the valid reasons of both points, I want you to ask yourself, why do you want what you want? Because it's only the people who are willing to pay the price of potential failure who are the only people who actually pay the price of achieving success too, because it takes the exposure to both in order to get exactly what you want. And those who avoid the failure achieve the actual avoidance of success. And that oftentimes is never the goal, but it becomes the outcome when you avoid the failure. Do you understand? You want success as a person, but because you don't want the failure, it ultimately, by default, allows you to avoid the success that you could have experienced. By default, you fail. This is not opinion. This is just fact. Your decisions have probabilities. Decisions of avoidance, decisions of allowance. Decisions of avoidance of failure have certainty of avoidance of success. Decisions of allowance of possible failure allows possible success too. This is the reality. Impartial, objective, and true. But it's up to you which reasons you build, which actions you make. Keep that in mind.